My mother told me someday I will buy galley with good oars, sail to distant shores, stand up on the prow, noble bark I steer, steady course to the haven, through many foemen. My mother told me someday I will buy galley with good oars, sail to distant shores, stand up on the prow, noble bark I steer, steady course to the haven, you may woman. My mother told me someday I will buy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and peasants of all ages, when the boar swordsmen unsheathed their mighty swords and thrust them so their four tips touch, the commoners drip from the floods of their thunderous power.
I will buy galley with good oars, sail to distant shores, stand up on the
And you guys are live.
Hi.
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 Welcome,
they hear us?
everyone. Yeah. That's the first question. Can y'all hear us? Come
Can
on,
y'all
guys,
see us?
we're supposed to act all happy. And you guys are just sitting there like,
Bork.
hey, Surf.
Our Bork Nom Nom's here.
Pork nom nom. Welcome to our 100 sub special. There's gonna be a lot of sword tip
Yay.
touching.
There is. We have quite a show planned for today. And Tanner, I have to say again, you did a phenomenal job on our intro.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you very much.
So what's everybody up to today? How's everybody doing?
Well,
Just waking up and having coffee for the first time right now, so we'll find out soon.
ooh, I got my coffee ready to go. Boom. It's been a good day. I actually got some good news yesterday, so I'm extremely happy. And for many people know, I've been on furlough for over a year. They laid me off about a month ago or so, and I will probably be going back to work finally, probably in about 2 weeks once I get my second COVID shot and fully vaccinated. They'll either send me out to New York or Kansas City for 2 weeks and then come back to Minneapolis. Otherwise, I might just start straight back up here, and I'll finally be back in the wind again and have a job. It feels good. So 100 subs and a job.
Not much can be better than that. For me, a lot of people don't know other than you guys. My truck broke down a couple weeks ago. I'm going to be getting a new one pretty soon. I'm pretty excited about that. That's all I have going on right now other than work. You know, we were on Team's channel. I was a couple times this week. Other than that, nothing's been going on for me. Surf?
Nice.
What?
What's up with you? What's new? How's it been going?
Absolutely nothing going on. I'm fine.
Well, it looks like you're
Next.
going on a world. You meditating on that globe?
Yes.
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 We're gonna pull more words out of you whether you like it or not, buddy.
You never shut up when we're not live streaming,
Right.
but here it's like pulling teeth.
Hey, little wolf, how you doing?
Oh, now Wolf's being shy. What the hell?
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
since those guys are being
Thankfully,
shy.
I'm doing okay.
Oh, there's the
Just
little wolf.
Just waking up.
There's the little. Listen though. Guys, I mean, it's great. We've got 100 subs where we've got a lot to celebrate, but there's some real issues that we got to talk about. All right.
There are.
There are some problems
Oh, yeah.
with the police, and there are some problems in the medical system, and I got some disturbing clips that I got to show some people. So let me get those patched in, and it's just terrible stuff that I got to show you. Stuff that got brought to my
Absolutely
attention recently.
Very disturbing.
Yep,
Yeah,
so,
this is something that definitely needs to be touched upon.
yeah. So let's play this real quick. You know, are you guys getting audio from it?
I am not.
Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Oh, that's probably the problem.
Seems like you're figuring it out faster than Team, so we're already good.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Now you should be able to hear it. I'm gonna turn down my speakers so. Cops just chasing down kids in the street.
That's horrible.
This is
Waving
terrible.
a gun at kids on Halloween night.
Yeah, already drawn the weapon. I mean,
And look at that muzzle discipline. That's horrible.
and look at this cop. Just rammed straight into the kid.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, come
Like-
on.
Are you kidding me?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
How could any police officer do this and call themselves a police officer?
I mean, a bit of a wake and
They're
bake, but you know,
saying no audio.
no audio.
Yeah,
in
they're
the
saying no
stream.
audio,
Oh,
right.
no. Oh, that's fine. It's gonna play a couple times. Let me switch on that. That should give you guys audio. A bit of a fail. Sorry.
Oh wow, and look at that. They're all ignoring the kid who's now on fire.
Yeah.
You could say he was pretty lit though.
I don't even know if they can hear us.
This how
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
they
streaming
can
out
hear
our
us.
audio. Shouldn't be any issue there.
I don't know.
Oh, what's this? I'm hearing that we've got somebody who wants to come in and defend the cop.
How
Good
how
luck on
can you
that.
defend this?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can actually defend this. This is just horrible.
I mean,
This is police overreach.
there's several lies that happen in this.
Hello, King, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Oh, all right. So I heard you wanted to come in and defend this cop's actions.
I mean, look, you guys, seriously, that is textbook getting a white kid off the streets behavior right there. If you look at the cop in the car, he's doing a fantastic job of keeping everybody else safe and saying, fuck that kid. Watch. Bam.
What about that? What about that muzzle discipline? He's just waving his gun all over. And the
You
other
know,
person,
look, guys. He saw his guys was in trouble. The other guy was saying, I'll shoot him. No, I'll shoot him. The cop's like, fuck it, I got this. Perfect textbook. Ramming a kid right into a van. Van blows up. It's perfect.
No,
I mean, it
So,
doesn't get better than that.
this cop is already lying from the get-go. The second he steps out of that vehicle, he said
I mean,
that
look.
kid came out. He says that kid came out of nowhere. Now that kid was already in the street for a little bit. Now this is a residential road, and I believe that the speed limit on residential roads is about 30 miles per hour. He looks like he is going way faster than that. And the other thing too is, once he hits the kid, you'll notice he still does not continue to brake. He just keeps going. The only time he stops is when he hits that van. So you can't tell me. The kid just, look at it. He just keeps going full forward, puts that kid right into the van. He came out of nowhere. Are you kidding me? That's bullshit.
I mean, look, as a military guy, as a guy that's been around police, I can tell you right away, they always say the same thing. It's like when you're going for a deer, right? You don't brake for a deer, you kind of keep going. It's the same thing. Crazy white kid in the middle of the street with a mask, ram him right into a freaking van. It's just textbook. It's but how it's supposed to be done. I see nothing wrong with this.
Let me ask
Nothing.
you a question. Police officers, they're there to protect and serve. It's
Right?
Halloween. It's Halloween night. You know
Right?
that kids are out and about, and you know that kids don't look both ways before they cross the street, and they're usually likely to just
Have
kind
you
of dart
ever
off the
heard
road.
of curfew, bro?
Don't you
Curfew.
know that there was
Every
no curfew
kid has
here?
curfew. When
There
you
was no
break
curfew
curfew, you get rammed into a
Are you
van.
kidding
That's
me?
it.
Are you kidding me? There's people trick-or-treating. That police officer should know better. There's kids out. He should not be driving that fast when there's kids all over the streets. That is not protecting and serving. That is just utter madness.
And not only that, we have to keep in mind. We have to keep in mind that sugar is very flammable, which is why that kid caught on fire. The police should have known that this was going to happen by ramming a police car into a kid hopped up on sugar was going to result in a van blowing up.
Now you
I mean,
bring
look,
up
I gotta say, I'm disappointed the cop didn't get out of his car and put 2 in the head. That's what I'm saying.
I was going to say, you bring up a good point, Fo. All that sugar and the kid on fire. Do you think the kid is caramelizing at this point?
Possibly, but he deserved it. He was asking for it.
You
And
know,
look at the way
Actually,
he's
I'm
on the street. He's
gonna
not even looking
switch
where he's
sides
going.
here
He's
for
not even
just a
looking
moment.
both ways.
Oh,
He's blatantly
'Cause
breaking the law.
I'm gonna
And
go
then,
in
bam.
and be on King's side here for now
Thank you.
because that cop was protecting his partner and trying to keep the doctor safe. So
Thank you. Thank
From
you.
a 16-year-old?
oh no!
there's no way to know for sure
guys,
that this
guys,
was actually Michael
stop!
Myers.
The stream,
That's
the
so
stream has
bad.
been suspended for
This
policy
was
violations.
innocent
Guys,
until
guys,
proven
stop!
hey,
Stop!
Look,
We're not streaming.
all I'm going to say is, look,
Hey,
anyone who
hey,
watches
hey,
this back will
wait,
now
wait,
know.
Guys,
wait,
guys,
wait.
serious.
King,
We're down.
King, shh,
Mhm.
King.
We've got nuked. We got our stream got struck for policy. Are you serious? For a 2-minute
God,
clip?
it did.
Not even.
No,
It's
stop.
Okay, I think we're back. We're back.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna say otherwise then start it back up again.
We just can't show that video anymore.
Yeah,
okay. Let me get rid of the video. Oh, okay.
It's just all you got to do is just quick stop streaming and hit start streaming right away, and it'll get going.
Okay.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to yell at anybody. I was just trying to get your all's attention.
Actually, on my screen still says unavailable.
Yeah. So does mine.
Right, it still shows that we're still streaming. So like I said, just hit stop stream and then start stream right away.
Oh, me. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I've got 1,000 windows open.
Like you right there.
Yep.
Well, we didn't take that into account.
I thought about it, but I didn't think for a 1.5 minute clip on loop where we're talking over constantly that it was going to.
Yeah, you got to break it down. Like you got it. Like I think like 2
Pause
minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. You either want to pause it or you want to.
It's a minute and a half. It's
right. But if you keep playing it on loop without stopping at all, it gets struck.
Oh, okay. I didn't think the loop would get it struck, but okay. I stopped.
Usually you can get it going right away. It says your team is temporarily blocked. Let me see if I need to do something on my end.
Yeah. That is
Steve does
hilarious
this all the time.
that we got ourselves struck on our 100.
I mean, either way, it's all Tannen's fault. So,
Oh my god.
I say we blame
Sorry,
Steve
Tom.
since he's not here.
Right.
Yeah.
oh, there you go. Dude, that was a good 100 sub stream right there. Awesome.
Yeah, thanks,
So,
King. Oh, that was great.
Refresh
Way
the
to go,
stream
guys.
in the browser.
That's what I just did, and it's not doing anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've refreshed on both ends.
Okay. There we go.
Up.
There you go. Now you can. Now we should be going here in just a bit.
There you go.
So.
Hey,
Bill
we're
Duncan.
back up. We got up.
We got up.
Thanks
So-
for coming, guys.
Right.
It was great.
Still
So,
saying
you know,
unavailable.
There's
Yeah, I
one
s-
thing I do want to say that we're gonna step away from the cops for a second. Is there's no medical people coming to check on this burning person. They just leave that kid there burning and walk away from it like nothing even happened. No one cares. You know, it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty in this country. and they just went straight for it. So your argument on they just got rid of that crazy kid and took him out, you don't know that for sure that he was the actual Mike Myers. That's the thing. You can't just go in and just take someone's life and be like, well, he was the bad guy. That don't work that way. The medical has failed in this so bad that no one came to make sure that he was okay.
I
They
mean,
just,
look,
they
examples
just let
need to
him
be
burn and they
made.
walk away.
You know, you start messing around in this city, you're gonna get run into a van. That's it.
I don't want to be in your city.
I mean, you
was
know,
just
they
progressive.
gotta make
They were Judge Dredd before Judge Dredd was Judge Dredd.
right.
Right. Well, the thing
And
is,
now
if
other
I
kids
go to,
that watch the video are gonna say, "Hey, maybe you should look both ways before we cross the street."
you know, I don't want to go to King Cruz City because, you know, I'm sure that the cops are probably looking for him as well. You know, the way you're talking
Right.
about certain things, and yeah, you're maybe on their side. But if this is how the cops act or how you want them to act, I don't want to go to your city because they're going to say, that looks like that King guy. Next thing you know, I'm plowed into a van burning. They just walk away like no care in the world. No one comes to make sure I'm doing okay. No, nothing. It's
Nope.
just done and over.
None of that.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's
Nada.
sad. That's sad.
So to be honest, the EMTs were probably out getting some fried chicken or something. They can't be bothered to go help some caramelized crispy kid.
Well, look.
I mean, look.
I've
Truth be
actually.
told, in my city, fried chicken does trump a kid getting fried by a van every time.
That's
It's
something
just
I
the
can
way it
agree
is.
with. That's something I'd agree
You
with.
know?
Yeah.
Yep, fried chicken, kid, fried chicken
Yeah.
comes every day.
I
Yeah.
actually have found some evidence of what was going on at the hospital at the time. I'm gonna play it. This one won't be on loop because it's a little bit longer, so I definitely don't want to try and get us struck a second time in the same
Pause it more
stream.
this time.
You know, there's one thing I will say that is good on the part for the police and medics in this one. They saved that kid's family thousands of dollars by not having to buy a casket and burial. He's already been cremated and his ashes are already going to be spread. So they did save that family an awful lot of money.
Look, if that kid's too stupid to look both ways before he crosses the street, the family had to start over anyways. So yeah,
He
I
was
feel you.
looking. He was looking, but he turned around to watch some crazy guy pointing a gun at him.
Right?
So
The parents probably look, we had a stupid kid. Now we go start over.
Yeah.
We're good.
Oh, all right. Let me get this clip up real quick, so we can see what was going on here.
yes, I want to know what the medical personnel were doing at that time because
Okay.
this is ridiculous.
Okay, so we got this, and here we go.
Okay, just get out easy.
Oh,
be
looks,
okay.
looks like we've got an injured kid.
You all right?
Here we go with kids again.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, here, just put it up
Oh,
there
it's
real gently,
dark, but oh my
okay?
God, is that a razor blade in that kid's mouth?
Oh,
How you get a razor blade that far into your mouth? That's what I want to know.
Ill.
poor kid.
Actually, there is someone we can ask about this.
Hold on.
We'll pull him in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's get a little bit further into the clip, and then we can. Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
So we do have an ambulance, but do they have the crispy fried kid?
No, they've got another woman that was injured a little bit earlier in the night.
Yeah. They're saying pause to talk just to be safe.
Oh,
Yeah,
pause it. All right, I think
Nope,
she's got
no, we're blocked. We got struck.
We got struck already. All right,
Yep.
okay. No more videos then for
Yeah,
tonight.
you gotta pause.
See, this is why I told you I was needed not to do the video.
Oh my God.
All right, no more videos. Can't do that. Can't have fun on YouTube.
I guess not. Holy shit.
Not on a live stream anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I said it's not like you can't like fully play it and commentate on it. You gotta stop it like every so often and
we just
it's like
can't
30
play anymore.
seconds. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's to the point where I don't think it's worth BS.
Yeah.
Well, we tried.
You know what? If we want to do that stuff, we can go over to Twitch and do it.
Can I pull Slim in?
Yeah. Go ahead and pull whoever in. Because I was keeping track of the time, like and
Profile, mention, message, call, add note,
Yeah,
mute,
just click
disable.
on.
Move to live stream.
yeah, live streaming. I need to
you
rename the
go.
other one because I just realized that two of them are named similar. we trolled
After the first
ourselves
one, we're like,
apparently.
we gotta stop it so that way we can
Off screen.
Yeah.
We have to take it off screen, put ourselves back up to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's
true. That's a good one.
Yeah, totally. That's what I've noticed in the last month. It down how often to do it, and we haven't gotten copyright struck as much when Biscuit and I do our show because I've been able to bring as well throughout it. That's
Right.
another thing. If you talk over the music, rhythm doesn't see the music if you talk during it.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
I was
back
trying
up.
to keep us talking. Okay, we are.
Yep.
All right.
So, real quick, we're gonna discuss this clip quick. That kid had a razor blade in his mouth, and the woman that they were bringing in had a small scratch on her arm. They put her in the emergency room while the kid has to sit in the waiting room while he's got a razor blade
I'm
still in
still
his
getting
mouth.
stream unavailable, just so you know. Oh, okay, now I see it.
It just came up for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. No, the kid, bleeding, losing tons of blood, gets told, "Hey, go into this room and wait for the doctor." Lady gets brought in. She's got a little cut on her arm, a broken ankle, and is getting all this medical. They sedate the woman for some reason for a broken ankle and a cut on the arm. They sedate her. What the hell? And then the doctor that comes in is drunk.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, haven't you ever heard of
I mean,
triage?
look, if you're dumb enough to eat a razor, that's what happens, man. You gotta wait. You back of the line.
Well, it's someone
simple.
put a razor blade in the candy, and so that wasn't very nice. But we brought on someone else, and we have Slim here. Slim, what's your take on this? What's your opinion?
Okay, so my cohort, Woody McHaggis, used to chew up a razor blade live on stage and spit it out. So I actually have a little bit of knowledge in eating razor blades. They can cut your mouth very easily. If they hit an artery, you're going to bleed out very fast. So you want to throw that person into the ER or in front of a doctor as soon as possible, get that out of their mouth and make sure that they're getting psychiatric help as soon as possible, because they ate on an accident because it was in an apple, correct?
I think that's what they say,
the
yeah.
backstory.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this case, it would not be a psychiatric thing, but again, you're going to immediately get that thing out of their mouth and make sure that it's not getting any further in there, because just one little tiny slice, they're going to bleed out by hitting something that there's a lot of huge veins and arteries in the mouth. Let's just put it that way.
So I want to make sure I heard this correctly, that if you eat a razor blade, it could cut your mouth.
Let's assume that. Let's just say that could happen.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you're a dumb kid eats a razor blade, you get zero help.
Yeah.
Zero.
Okay. Yeah. If you on purpose eat something sharp like a knife or something, yeah, go ahead, kid. You just need to be probably taken out of the gene pool. But if somebody accidentally eats one, then we definitely need to get them help first, especially for a broken limb and or a small cut. Yeah, you definitely want to get the child help first, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay,
the
so-
issue with the broken
if the kid's
ankle.
dumb enough to eat a razor blade, if a guy comes in with a paper cut, I'll deal with the guy with the paper cut first. I'm just saying.
It's a difference in triage there.
Yeah.
So a broken ankle can lead to a lot of severe medical complications, such as not being able to walk for a significant amount of time. and the fact that it is a very attractive young woman as opposed to a child, well, I mean, that just obviously has to be the first case in.
Well, attractive would be in the eye of the beholder for one, but I do want to ask Slim a very, very specific question to help the kids out there. You know, we want to make sure that this doesn't happen to kids, and so I'm going to ask you, if a kid wants to eat a razor blade, let them know the proper way that they should be eating a razor blade.
Not to do it.
Life advice from Slim: don't eat razor blades.
I mean, you were saying that there's a certain way that they should eat that you should eat a razor blade. So I thought we should all let the kids know how they should properly eat a razor blade.
Yeah, no, it's not very fun. I was taught how to do it. I've eaten multiple razor blades from my my cohort. He taught me how to do it, and it's not very fun there, honey. Barely any little slip that you do wrong, you're just spitting out puddles of blood. So it is a horrible act to do. And not to give the secret away without giving the secret away, there is only a specific type of double-edged razor that you have to buy that is becoming, they don't make them anymore. So the only way to find these certain things that are safe enough for you to chew up or to be able to not almost kill yourself is becoming less and less likely you're going to find those. So I can't even find those razor blades anymore that he had. For some reason, they made these really paper thin ones at one point in time that only fit in a certain type of razor holder, and they don't make them really anymore for some reason. I think they just went to a thicker blade. And so, yeah, again, without doing the right amount of research, don't try to do anything without somebody watching you or helping you, or with an EMT sitting right next to you. Because a lot of the times when we do our shows, there is an EMT standing right off stage. So after I swallow a sword, if anything went wrong, I got an ambulance right there. If when we eat a light bulb, something goes wrong, I have somebody standing right there. So we have safety measures next to us. Don't just like go to a bonfire, get drunk, and decide that you're gonna eat the end of a glass bottle or try to break it over your head, because you're going to end up in the hospital, but you're not going to be close enough to somebody who's going to give you the right medical care there, where it's going to cause more trauma and you're going to lose an eye or something like that. You know,
I also want to
even if
point out,
you're-
hold on, I don't know what you used for the shows, Slim, but most glass bottles are not sugar glass and do not break easily. You're likely to knock yourself out before the bottle breaks.
Yeah, most people knock themselves out. I know how to do it properly. There is a way to kind of do it. There are certain glass bottles that I use, a certain brand. But yeah, no, I have done that live on stage and then got off stage and watched a drunk gentleman think that he can do what I can do and knocked himself out.
Oh, no.
So
So if I understand you correctly, if you're going to do it right, you want to get the razor blade, wrap that in, I guess, barbed wire, so it's easier to swallow.
Oh yeah, you totally want the barbed wire. Yeah, that's the chaser. It's the barbed wire chaser.
That's the chaser. Got it. So remember that, kids. Razor blade and barbed wire mixed together, you're good to go.
I will give
do not do this thing at home. This is not our actual advice. Blah 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 blah. All the
legal
warning
disclaimer.
signs.
Legal.
Yeah.
I will also give this more serious note, sort of what Slim was saying. Even if you have an EMT present, be very careful about this.
Right.
I do not recommend putting sharp objects in your mouth. I do not recommend trying to knock somebody out with a beer bottle. You're probably going to kill them.
Yeah,
and if I don't have my equipment with me, I can do fuck all to help you.
Right. Slim, I do have a question. How long did it take you to learn how to properly do these things, so people understand that you practice at this? This isn't something you just do. You have to actually learn about things and practice this, correct?
It took about 2 years for me to be able to put that on stage, each one of these acts. So it was practice and doing it in front of small audiences until I was able to push it to the limits that I've pushed it to. And once again, I'd like to say, I had 3 different people teach me how to swallow a sword that were world renowned. They weren't nobodies. They were actually world traveling sword swallowers that taught me. I had my boss, the Enigma, taught me how to make my own swords so that I can make my own swords that I feel comfortable with that fit in my own body. Because that's the whole thing, is you need to make sure the sides, the width, the thickness, and the length, and the curve, if there is one, is to your body's liking, because everybody's body is different. I can't swallow the same sword that everybody swallows. I swallow my own sword that fits my body.
Giggity.
And the reason why I swallow a curved sword is because it actually curves away from my heart, so I get no heart bruising. If I swallow a straight sword, you actually will bruise your heart, and then you can cause trauma to that, and then you can have heart disease or heart problems later in life. My swords curve away from my heart so that I do not get heart bruising. So there's a handful of things, and again, do not try anything without having the proper guidance and somebody walking you through these processes. Just like skydiving, let's just put.
Right.
You don't just get in an airplane and throw on what you think is going to be a parachute and not know what other levers do what and what your altimeter does. Is that what it is?
Right. Yeah, altimeter. Yep.
Yeah, and know what all these do and jump out of a plane and just think you're going to be okay. No, of course not. You're going to hurt. You're probably going to actually hit the ground and die. So it may. Some of us make these things look easy, but that's not how this stuff works, you know?
Yeah. It's just like that was a good, actually analogy is, parachutes are different sizes, just like the swords too. If you're a 200-pound person and you're putting on a 97 square foot canopy and it's your 10th time jumping, it's not going to be a pretty time. You got to work your way up to get to that level. But so everyone's wondering, Slim is dressed the way he is because, like he said, he is a sword swallower, and we are the swordsmen. So before he needed to be a guest on here, he had to do some sword swallowing before he was able to come on.
He had to show he was dedicated. I get it.
You're all welcome.
Exactly. It was very nice.
Don't worry, they all curved away from his heart.
Yeah, yes, a bit warmer than I was expecting, but at least it wasn't sriracha hot.
I do actually have a question that I would like to ask you, Slim. Are the swords that you swallow blunted or are they sharp?
Okay, so to be honest, you'd have to be a dumbass to sharpen your swords.
Yeah, I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
It's still metal and it's still, it can still do damage.
Yeah,
bad.
Of course.
So it's still a sword that's very thin. It's just I don't sharpen them. And again, like I said, I've made my own swords. So I pick the dimensions on what they look like and what their shape is. My small sword actually pokes my throat too much because I made it too sharp at the end. So, to be honest, we don't sharpen the swords, just to put it that way.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
All right.
That's why I had a little bit of a harder time with Little Wolf, because it was a little too sharp.
It was a little too sharp, yeah.
Not to derail or whatever too much, but we got some other people waiting if we want to pull a few more people in.
Yep. So we have two waiting right now. We have a Marvel girl who's going to be coming on next. Pip, I know you've been waiting a little bit longer. A Marvel girl has to go pretty quickly, so we're going to bring her on real quick, and then we're going to start cycling through guests.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for who's been coming on and who
Am
will
I
be
leaving
on.
yet?
No, you can. Stick
You can
around.
if you want. You can stay as well.
What I'm going to do while you're bringing her on and saying hi to her, I'm going to grab one of my swords that I can show you.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And a Marvel girl, if you're watching, you are being pulled in right now. Welcome, Marvel girl. How are you today?
Hi, can you hear me all right?
We hear you just fine. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for all of the support you've given us. All of us really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. You deserve it.
And like you were saying, Surf's our biggest supporter. So he always obviously is here.
Did you pay your dues, sir?
It's your peers.
We both played Tuber Simulator together as well, Surf and I. So
I'm impressed you got Surf to be able to talk on stream. So you're already good in my book.
How did I do it?
He just responded to you. We talked to him, and he doesn't respond to us. Yeah, he talked to you. So you're already good in my book.
Thanks.
Okay,
Cool.
I'm also gonna grab Pip to pull in as well.
You
So
guys
Pip,
in chat.
here's your couple second warning while we have a delay.
We're cramming everyone into here. It feels
Cool.
It feels real good.
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Oh, some of my favorite people are in your chat too.
Hi,
I see
Pi.
them.
Yeah, we got
Good
the
evening.
awesomest audience.
Yeah, yeah.
We have the best audience and the best guests. You know, there's some people like MC Toon that just
Oh,
they
he's cool.
decided we don't want to go because there's a disc tournament.
They just didn't cut it. That's all it comes down to.
Exactly.
Pip,
They
how
had a
you doing
They,
today?
they weren't at our level yet. They'll get there eventually.
Pip, how you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Doing great.
Good, good. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats.
Pretty
We
awesome.
wouldn't be here without you guys.
Right?
Damn straight. So they said they're gonna do a 24-hour stream tonight. Is that right?
I don't know about that, but we will actually in the Discord be streaming more Halloween movies tonight. We normally do like horror movies
Nice.
or something random. Open mic, so we're all just joking and having fun the entire time.
All right.
Cool.
Who is this Mike that we're talking about, and why is he so open for all of us to be inside of him?
Well,
You
we
have to
brought
show
our
up to
own
find out
mics.
about
That's
that.
dark.
Oh, that's a different thing. Never mind. Open mic is something else. Never mind.
I put him on loan for the Swordsman, and they just had way too much fun with open mic, so we kept him around.
And Mike hasn't complained, so
He sounds like my kind of guy.
Put your mouth right up to him, and he just enjoys it. Yep.
So it's a magic mic. All right. Good to
and
know.
on that note, hi.
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 Oh boy.
Let's see that sword of yours.
Boy, can I derail a conversation, can't I?
Mhm.
But that's what we appreciate.
Yeah, we're used to it.
So this is my large sword that I swallow.
Ooh.
Hey, that's almost as
getting
big as
longer.
mine. All right.
Notice how
So,
he said almost.
Yeah,
Almost.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been swallowing swords for 5 years now, I believe.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
As long as I've been
Holy
doing
cow.
it.
Do I need to
So-
look away anytime soon?
No,
Do you have
I'm
a
not.
mentor?
I may
Oh.
swallow this in like an hour if they want to bring me back on a little bit later once I drink a little bit more, then I may swallow this. We'll see if we get enough viewers and we get enough thumbs ups,
Right?
and maybe if we get like 20 more subscribers on their channel, then maybe I'll do it. So let's get some more subscribers.
Y'all
on
smash
their
that like
channel
button.
and- Yeah, and hit the like button and all that, and then we'll get to that. So, really quick, I'm the smallest person in the world to swallow the largest sword. So I'm 5'7", and I swallow a 2-foot sword that's 2 inches wide, and that's what this is.
Oh,
Damn.
So
Nice.
I have a world record for swallowing this specific sword.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dang.
So if you look at the end really quick, so see how it looks this way, which
Right.
is the way a katana would be. Because when you use a katana, you're not poking somebody with it, you're slicing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for me to use this end on you, correct?
Right.
So that's why the end of this looks like this. That's why I like the katana way better, because the end looks like this, which is flat. And let me show you why we're speaking about that and why I hate my small sword. I love the larger swords, honey. But this
It's
is
just
what
so fabulous.
But this is what if you were in the feudal era and you would have 3 swords on you normally. So you'd have one that was used for everyday stuff. You would have the long sword for taking care of somebody who was not being very nice to you, because of being a samurai, if somebody disrespected you, you could use one slice to take them out. That was legal if you were the proper samurai for the government. So this is your small sword that you would poke somebody with if you just wanted to get rid of them really fast. Yeah,
It's
this is-
also what they used for seppuku, I believe.
yeah. And if you wanted to get rid of yourself, this was the way that you could just. So the reason why I say I don't like this one as much as if you look at the end of this one,
It's a bit
that's
more
a
pointed.
little bit pokier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other thing that people don't realize is these are weighted swords as well. So it's one piece of metal. The
Full
weight
tang,
on
yep.
this is going to be a lot lighter than the weight on this. So actually, my large sword falls down my throat way easier.
Yeah.
So once I put it in the right position, it wants to just fall into its position and sit there. And when it gets to its comfortable position, it will stop. Actually, I've opened up this whole thing to be able to have it fit comfortably, just like being in gay porn. You do it enough, it fits eventually. Never mind. We'll talk about that.
You just gotta relax.
I was gonna say not this stream, Slim. That's a different.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. We'll talk about that later. So those are my two swords that I personally swallow and that I take with me on tour and that I use in my shows.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. So let's quick ask a question to our other guest, Marvel Girl. What do you do for people who don't know you? What do you talk about? And what are some of the things you got coming up?
We play a lot of Soft Bingo and Karen Bingo lately. I'm also gonna start maybe streaming some games because I really suck and people think it's funny. I that's what I mostly do, the soft area. We basically debunk stupid things.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on Schrodinger's Cat's channel quite frequently, I believe.
Yeah, I'm his producer, manager, stuff like that. I keep him in line, you know. It's because of me he has all those 80,000 subs. I could too. I just choose not to.
There you go. Marvel,
Well,
she's
to
too
be
humble
fair,
for
you
that.
can't be any worse. You can't be any worse at games than Team. So
Yeah.
That is
I'm not
true.
gonna lie. Team is a lot better than he shows on his gaming streams. I play with him every once in a while,
Giggity.
off stream.
giggity.
I think he just gets distracted on stream, and I think that's what it is. He's just too paying attention.
His equipment pack is a little bit smaller than you would expect, but his kills are pretty good in Call of Duty. Both him and myself are better than the best 25% of the player base in Call of Duty, which isn't saying anything at all.
Right. So then I got one other question, then Marvel Girl. What video have you watched, or can you describe a video you watched that you would think is the worst Karen you have seen?
Oh my. Oh,
I know it's a
no.
tough one.
Yeah, because some of them. We watched one yesterday that just really frustrated me. Yeah, I think it's.
Oh,
I
you're
think
talking about
it's
the
one
one that
yesterday.
she admitted to being racist?
Yeah, the one where she
Yeah.
found their charger and
Yeah.
she wouldn't give it back. I
Yeah.
think it's most frustrating to me because I've been in that situation.
Oh,
I was gonna say there was also the one that Creaky looked at the other day where the cop pulled over the woman for talking on her cell phone or something.
Oh, she's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I see that a lot. So.
Yep.
She's not.
The worst one for me, I think, is there is that American lady who is obviously a foreigner, and she made up the medical cards for the anti-maskers.
Oh,
saying
that one.
they're
Oh, yeah.
religious exempt or whatever, and she makes the
Yeah.
video saying this is why you should carry the quad
Right.
and whatever.
The
and then
freedom
she
to
goes,
breath.
Yeah, and she.
Yeah, I know that
goes to
group.
Places, yeah,
Yep.
she goes to places with it, and she tries to use it. I hate her the most out of all of the Karens, even though she's an anti-vaxxer or a soft sit, or she's in all of those categories. But she's a foreigner, which makes it even funnier because she says American rights. Well, honey, not to be a dick, but you're not American, even though I believe you are American, but you're trying to. Never mind.
Yeah.
You don't
I know
understand.
what you're trying to
already-
say.
Right.
What you're trying to say, I believe, I don't want to put words in your mouth, is that technically speaking, she is not American, and therefore American rights do not apply to her, even though she should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like a conundrum. It's kind of like the bass backwards kind of thinking, you're
Right.
like,
Yep.
She's here, so she has, because she's here in the country, she's got the rights, but yet it's like, but
she's pushing,
the-
and then she's pushing them and making that. It's like, no, honey, that never mind. You don't.
Anti-maskers are just selfish. They really are.
what I find like infuriating about it all is, they cite the ADA, and it's like, you cite the ADA, yet you did nothing to get some of those rights done. Like, there have been people with actual disabilities who fought tooth and nail to be able to have access to certain buildings or bathrooms and all these other things. And here you're taking this and using it as strictly an excuse, while there's people who literally fought for those rights, and it's like, and you're abusing it, and you're basically
privilege.
spitting in their faces. Yeah.
I just don't understand where the I don't know, thing that wearing a mask causes harm. When how long have surgeons and nurses and doctors in general, dentists, been wearing them all day?
Right.
Since
If
the late
anything,
1800s.
yeah, it's crazy.
So,
There'd be a long line of dead medical people.
They're
like
just selfish mofos for no reason.
Well, what the other kind of humorous thing too is, a lot of the people who are against the vaccinations are the ones who are benefiting off the vaccinations, right? They were vaccinated as a child, and either don't know or don't remember, or because it's so early on, and probably like, I think 12 years old you got to get revaccinated again and stuff. So they're benefiting off of the vaccinations while now spouting to be against them. And it's like, you realize why you never caught smallpox, and why you never got polio and stuff like that. It's like, because you were vaccinated.
what happens if you try to go to another country? Like, let's say you want to go to
Right.
Africa. Don't you have to get all these shots?
Oh yeah.
And what
Yeah,
are
you
those?
Die.
Depending on the country, yeah, some countries do
yeah.
have vaccination requirements and stuff before you enter.
Yeah,
And then-
Military too.
So
Yep. If you're in the military, you don't get a choice. You
No,
can't
you
say, I
gotta
don't
take
want
them.
these vaccines. You get
No, especially
vaccinated.
going to Bahrain. Yeah, you got to get vaccinated
And
for
you
sure.
get poked. You get poked like 100 times or something going to different places if you're in the military, right? So I
Yep.
mean,
And some of them
Well, yeah, but the
actually
thing
leave
is-
scars.
Yep.
no,
I have
yeah,
a
no,
few.
yeah, for sure, brother. Yeah.
When
I
we
have
went
a
to Afghanistan, they gave us the wrong batch of vaccines,
Stop.
and it fucked most of us over.
Stop for a second. We have a Steve. We got all the swords in
fucker.
here.
Are you
What?
finally actually here? Or are you gonna disappear again?
I'm here.
Okay.
Hey, Steve.
G'day.
I mean, we've only been streaming
say
for
hi to
almost
Pip.
an hour. We've gotten taken down twice, and finally we have a Steve.
And Steve, you're
Now
the
it's
expert at
2 o'clock
getting
in the morning.
streams taken out.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you and Terry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? What did you say?
Well, it's okay. if
They
Steve
were
does it. He's just
naughty.
CGI, so it's okay.
We were commenting on some clips from Halloween too.
They didn't pause it, and we're all shouting, pause, pause, pause. Boom! It went.
Right. We were right on the verge of just pausing it, and then it went bye-bye.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want to pause this conversation real quick, so pump the brakes. There's 3 people I want to say hi to in the chat who are huge supporters of us and have given us a ton of advice and helped all of us out. Crafty Keela, Steaming Cup of Reason, and Seek Truth. All 3 of you are fucking awesome.
and it's been great too with everyone who comes here and just all having fun. That's what I like about it too. I kind of want to shift gears to Pip a little bit. We haven't heard much from Pip. I don't know if everyone knows her. So Pip, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do and what you create.
Oh god, right, put me on the spot. I make silly little videos. I read stories, poems. Just generally show up anywhere there's a live stream.
And you do gaming and stuff like that and have a lot of fun
Well,
there too.
I don't do
right?
gaming per se, not what you would call gaming. I run a live stream on a Friday night and we play Purple Action. No, I don't game at all.
Yeah,
No.
she whines about the gaming. She wants everyone else. She'll game if she has to.
Yeah, well, my daughter's just moved home and she brought her PS4 and she's got Red Dead Redemption, but I still to try it. I said I would have a go, see how good I was, but
Oh,
I
I need to
haven't
see
tried
that.
it yet.
I need to see
Oh, I
that.
don't think I'll be streaming it.
Oh, come on!
It'd be
No,
so
no,
much
no,
fun,
no.
Pip.
I have
I'll
to
have
say,
it.
you and Slim are two of the most accepting people that I know, especially on your live streams. I've always felt comfortable, even when topics that are outside of my comfort zone come up. I always feel like they're brought up in a way that is very, very tasteful and very well done. So you guys are.
What do you mean out of your comfort zone? Expand on that one.
I
mean,
I grew up as a sheltered kid.
Okay.
So
too rude sometimes. A bit blue.
I'm going to throw Slim under the bus. It took me a little while to actually start to enjoy talking to you and enjoy interacting with you, simply because of my upbringing. Nothing against you personally.
Yeah.
But the more I watch you guys, the more comfortable I feel in your setting, which is you have an amazing community.
There's a lot of sexual innuendos in there, and Foe doesn't have very much sexual experience. So you guys make him feel
There is
very
no
comfortable with
innuendo.
it.
It's just straight out there. There's absolutely no innuendo.
That's true.
That's probably why he's uncomfortable.
Well, one of the things is I try to bring uncomfortable things to light, and then I hope that we make it palatable for people to talk about, so that it just becomes more and more comfortable. I know how hard it is to look at me. I know what I look at, so I understand that part of it.
Slim, let me just let you know, you are easier to look at than Foe, so you're fine.
Yes.
Okay.
In comparison to me, you are very attractive.
Well, thank you, honey.
That's why Foe's still a virgin.
Ooh, just call me out like that, crew. I told you that in
Yep,
confidence.
damn
that
right.
one time.
That's what I do.
Tell you something, I'm 58 years old and I have learned a hell of a lot of stuff since I met Slim. So there you go.
Yeah.
You're
But
never
no,
too old to learn.
I love both of you guys. You
Thank you.
every
Thank you.
time I'm able to join, you guys are amazing.
Oh, everyone's welcome
Thank you.
anytime.
And if there's any time that we're doing a stream and you want to join us, you just let us know and we'll have you on for sure. Just like anybody who's in the panel right now. Anytime there is a stream we're doing and you want to join us, or if you think you have some input to add to the topic, we definitely need that more, where more people want to talk.
And at the moment, I'm sorry, Slim.
Or if you don't know, and you want to ask questions, come in too. Like if you don't know, but you want to ask us questions, like we're talking about trans rights, and you have a question, come in as well. Go ahead, Pip.
I was just going to say, at the moment, I've given up the Sundays. Slim's taken over the Sundays because I've got other things on the Sunday during the summer. But Friday night, Sunday night, anybody's welcome. Anytime.
The one thing like I can say too is, I came to your stream and I started watching, and I was in the chat a little bit, and you guys are extremely welcoming. I wouldn't say it was the very next week that I came in, the second week that I came and watched, you guys invited me in, and we all started to have a laugh. And I think it was the third week was your birthday week, and you guys had me in to come roast you. You didn't really know me. I didn't really know you, but you knew that, everything was in good heart and there was no malice there or anything else like that. And when you guys did that, and I was able to just talk as myself and to make fun of you during your birthday stream, and then when you got to your 3,000 subscriber special, I think it was, and you had me roast you without knowing me, and you were just you took it with a grain of salt, and that was absolutely amazing.
I love it. Yeah.
That's what we're.
I'm not roast myself all the time, so I'm up for anything. I don't care.
If I can do anything, go ahead, Pip.
No, I'm finished.
If I can do anything to help progress the community, I'll totally be there. And I want to be as open as possible and talk about all my stuff. And I'm sure some of you have heard me talk about my vulnerable times in my life, and that's what I'm here is to open up enough to where hopefully everybody else is going to open up, or we can have streams like this. Like, look, we're just all sitting around shooting the shit. It's fucking awesome.
Right. Exactly.
I also would like to say this. Everybody is welcome here. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. You will be welcomed. We might have a conversation about some of them. But we're trying to have a community where everybody can be themselves.
Yeah.
Except for
It's,
Tanner. Screw you, Tanner.
Yeah, except for Tanner.
Go ahead, screw
But,
me. You think you're gonna hear me complain?
well, I mean, I'm coming over to Minnesota soon.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
Yeah, exactly. Bring the lube. The
Don't threaten
sriracha
Tanner
lube.
with a good time.
We're still in sriracha.
But Fo, I feel that way with this channel right here. What you guys are doing here, I feel that it's very, very open, and that I feel very comfortable coming in here and talking with all of you. So I think that you're bringing that to the table as well, and I hope everybody else feels the same way, that we can all come here in this channel and have fun together.
Yeah, like I said on Team Stream last night, what's really unique about us, and we do need to get more women to be a part of this, but I said we're a very diverse group. As you got Fo is your typical white guy, you got me who's the LGBTQ guy, you got Little Wolf who's native, and you got Dark Steve who's a person of color from the Upside Down world. And so we all have very different views of life that we can bring to the table and come to a common ground with. There's many behind the scenes conversations that we've had that people don't know about, that have helped us to grow in our own little group and understand where each person is coming from, and help to grow and change our minds a little bit. And I think that's more of what the world needs right now, is that civil conversation of people from different backgrounds who understand why fighting for Native American rights is important, or why people with disabilities need to to be shown into the light a little bit, and why women need to have more say in this world and stuff like that. And we all bring something to the table because of our different backgrounds, and it's just absolutely amazing.
Yep. Yeah, and saying like the conversations behind the table, like you got to come over to the Discord. We don't stream a whole lot. We stream on the weekends, but we don't stream a whole lot. But there's stuff going in the Discord all the time. Conversations. Yeah, we disagree with each other on time to time, or have discussions on things, but it's all good natured. So
and they let me stand up during the Discord. So if you want to see me stand up,
have you got your curly black knickers on?
Yeah, but not on stream, Slim.
Not on stream. Stand up in the Discord. So
right. Yeah, we got. I mean, you got Fo. You guys got Dungeons and Dragons going on Mondays and Thursdays. We got movies happening. There's gaming channels so people can game different things and stream. And even if it's it's just coming in and we just talk, voice chat and just bullshit around. We put up different videos from different types of communities. Like I know Mute puts up quite a few stuff as far as technology or entertainment and whatnot. And it's a good place for everyone to just come together and either nerd out, geek out, or express the things that they enjoy in life and spread that around to other people.
I was amazed at how the debunking community brought so many other communities together.
Yeah.
When I first started this, I didn't realize how much of the LGBTQ LMNOP plus community,
right,
and or how many trans were also here as well.
Yeah.
And so that's what I really was happy about, because now on our channel we can talk about a bunch of trans issues with a bunch of trans people. And
right.
I wasn't told that. I didn't think about this until the other day, even though I had started going through the trans process when I was younger. Is I am a trans myself, because I'm transforming myself into a cyborg.
Right.
So it's just modifying your body into a different being than what you were born into. And so that's why I love being able to find people that will talk about this with me, and we can be open, and it isn't just biased people talking about it. They're actually in the community.
Yeah. I was pretty glad to find this community too, because it reminds me a lot of the skydiving community. We're a ton of misfits from all blocks of life. we got lawyers in there, we got doctors, we have, trans people, we got people in college, we got blue collared workers who all skydive, and it's all towards a common goal of having fun, being safe, and doing something unique. And so when the pandemic came about, that's what kind of brought me into this community. And it's the same thing here. Everyone from all blocks of life, all coming together for kind of like one common goal. And I know the flat earth stuff is kind of pushing away, but it's still that debunk type thing of, calling out the anti-vaxxers, the anti-science people and whatnot. And that's what we need to remember, is that what all brought us here is what should keep us here.
Yeah. That and just having a good time. I mean,
Yeah, right.
Well, if I'm being honest, like I said, I'm anti-parachutist, so I like to jump without a chute.
Yeah, you could jump without a chute, but you might only be able to jump one time.
I mean, look, real men don't need parachutes. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's fine by me. I don't want to claim myself as a real man then, because I'd prefer to survive.
You should try it one time, bro. You
I
might like it.
I like life a little too much right now. So.
You like life a little too much.
Wait, are we talking about condoms, or are we talking about jumping on airplanes?
Right.
Yes.
Oh, maybe? I don't know.
Because I got a vasectomy, honey. I don't got to worry about that anymore, so I don't got to wear condoms. So.
I'm actually working on getting one.
I'm getting a condom?
It's great, honey. I mean,
no, yeah, okay. You misinterpreted. He's working on getting a condom. We're kind of referring back to why he's uncomfortable on full screen.
Exactly.
I was gonna say you still have to worry about STDs and stuff. So don't.
Yeah, no, totally. But the thing is all the medicine nowadays for STDs makes it so that it doesn't really matter anymore. Unfortunately, being a male, it doesn't. For being a female, yes, that you have more medical problems with that. Unfortunately, like I don't want to downplay that at all. But for me, if I got almost anything, it wouldn't be a big problem anymore. Other than I have to tell my partner every single time that I had that. I am safe. I only play with people that I know and that I'm that I work with closely. I work for dungeons. I work for swinger corporations. I understand all of that. So yes, everybody wear a condom. I'm not saying not, but I don't have to worry about the pregnancy thing anymore. Because
I just want to know, Slim, how long until you become weaponized?
I know, a year. In a year, I'm going to get the shoulder.
In a year,
mount.
okay.
All right.
No.
Right.
Oh, let me know. I have some ideas on how to graft some cool firearms to you.
But Fo, really quick, it's a really easy process. It didn't hurt. I actually took video of mine the whole time, and I was laughing the whole time watching my balls getting worked on, because it doesn't hurt because they put you under anesthetic and you're awake the whole time. So I'm just like with my phone, just like this, laughing, and the doctor keeps looking up and going, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "You know how funny this is? There's a dude cutting my balls open and I can't feel it. Do you know how funny this is?"
Dude, it's sort of like LASIK in that sense, where you don't feel them actually doing anything other than a slight pressure. But it is kind of humorous because they're cutting you open and you don't feel any of it. And
I can chop that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please do before I get to my other. No, please top that, please.
Cesarean section. Boom. End of conversation. Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Marvel got in with that one real quick too. He's like, I agree.
I think if cell phones had been invented, I probably would have filmed it. But there you go.
See, there you go. It's one of those things where you think this is going to be this huge painful procedure or something that's crazy. And you're not feeling it, so it's like kind of hilarious. It's to some extent.
It's the weirdest sensation.
Yeah, exactly. Like I could feel the dude like touching my balls, but that's it. I mean, I feel inside of me. Like,
now comes out the truth on why he got the vasectomy. He wanted a doctor to touch his balls.
I wanted a doctor inside of me. I mean, never mind.
So, Dora in the chat said something about how I'm not convincing her to get her eyes lasered. I actually recommend it. It's a fast process. The longest part is the wait.
Yeah. Look at the percentage of people who it went wrong and how many people it went right.
over 99% success rate.
Yeah, I was going to say that there's a couple different methods out there. Definitely do your research on which one's best for you, because some of them do have side effects after the fact, or some of them aren't guaranteed to last. But
Yeah, they are very different because like Chase got lucky. There's a guy, a doctor who flies that iFly, and they were doing it was an FDA study on LASIK, but it was already approved in other countries. It was all it was a new mapping system. It was a better mapping system. That's all that was new to it. It wasn't like new lasers, but they, the FDA still has to do it. So because the guy flew to iFly, he let us know that, hey, there's this study coming up. If anyone wants to have LASIK, it's basically free. They actually pay you $300. So Chase got his eyes done for free. I was going to do mine, but my surgery would be a little bit different. It's not the typical LASIK. It's where they would have had to actually, I think, get into the lens or implant something in. It's not the typical, but the version I have, I guess my insurance would pay for it because it's not considered cosmetic, which is very weird. So there's different ones out there other than what you think, and so they're all over the place, and so that's why it's kind of unique. Find out which one's right for you.
I was near legally blind before the first live stream we did, and I got my eyes fixed, and now I have better than 2015 vision.
Wow.
I think
it's life-changing.
I think what we should say before and after all of our live streams on every single channel is do your actual own research. Not the meme research, the flat earthers fucking try to tout. But really, all you got to do is do a little bit of Googling or Binging or whatever freaking your search engine is.
Don't read one source.
The banging.
Yep.
The banging.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I talked about this on my channel and a couple other channels, and not here, but I used to make 6-minute news packets for Fox News, NBC, and CBS.
Mm-hmm.
So what I had to do is I had to go find a resource, look at who the resource that was, who's paying that person to say those things, or who they're being backed by. And that's how I would discover that rich people were paying off certain people. And I'd make news packets against rich people paying off certain sources. And that's how I made my money, is I found out who the scam artists were, pretty much. And what I would do is I'd make a news packet about rich people paying off people to put in a development in a certain area they shouldn't be, right? I'd sell it, I'd take it to Fox News, and they'd buy it for $10,000 so they could throw it in the trash. Because once they bought that topic, I could not make it again and sell it to anybody else. That news subject was dead and null and void once I sold it to them.
Yeah.
So I would go to Fox News, because I've been clean for 15 years, 16, 18. I don't know how many it is now. But I used to be a junkie. And what we did is, me and my friend, we would sell news packets to Fox News for a bunch of money to buy drugs. And we didn't have to work, because it took me 3 days of work to make a news packet. And for 3 months, I didn't have to work. Right?
Wow.
So me and my friends would just, whenever we needed drugs and we ran out of money to pay for rent and to pay for food, I sat there for 3 days and we just made a news packet. We went out and shot we interviewed people. We shot the static footage. We shot the B-roll. We sat down at a computer for a day and we typed it up and put the square in the corner and said when this, and then wrote the script, and then took it to Fox News, actually walked it in and had them watch it in front of us. And they would go, oh, yeah, we're buying this because we don't want that leak to get out. And then hand us the check for $10,000. Me and my friend go run to the bank and go cash it out, or put it, and then go run and buy more drugs. So, I mean, yeah, that's what we did. And so firsthand, I know how this works.
So I actually have a question about that. Would you be able to share from your perspective, maybe not now, but in the future, your road to becoming addicted to these substances and your road to recovery?
Yes, please. A lot of it was because I wanted to be transgender, and there was no road to becoming that in early 1990s. Besides, let me just talk about this really quick, and then let's please get on to something else. I almost got.
If it makes you uncomfortable, please let me know. I don't want to put you on the spot or anything.
No, nothing.
He's
makes me
never
uncomfortable, but
uncomfortable.
I want to get to a happier subject is what I want to get to. But really
Okay,
quick,
makes sense.
I almost got turned into a trans prostitute. I had somebody who came to me who was a pimp, and she asked me to go get my transition down in Mexico for free so that she could pimp me out for the rest of my life. I figured out what was going on before that happened, and I decided to not do that. So I did have an opportunity to trans, but I did it. It was not in the right way, and I decided not to do it at the time, which still pushed me towards doing more drugs because I couldn't transition. Nowadays, I don't want to be in transition. I want to be a robot. I want to be non-binary. I will get a small breast implant eventually. So I do want A cups eventually, but I want to keep downstairs. And but I do want to be a non-binary eventually. So let's.
I got a cup for you.
Slim. We went over this the other day. You're trying to turn yourself into all binary, like
yeah,
ones and zeros.
Yeah, non. It's not non. It's all binary.
Yeah. All right, you come.
All hail the Omnissiah.
Yeah. I like that what Crafty says in the chat. The beardsman must fear us. I think so.
There's one thing that Jessica G brought up that is very kind of disturbing question. Asking that. So continuing on with the team convo last night, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't remember us talking about digging through poo. I remember team bringing up a video about a guy who would catch his poo in toilet paper, but not digging through it. And she asked if you had 100% chance to find a tiny diamond in your poop at least once a month, would you sift through it, knowing exactly which poo it was? Then the next question would be,
no.
Just no. Okay. The next one is, there's a one chance every 5 years that one of your poos will have $10 million in it, but you have to go through every poo in order to find it.
No.
Do you try to find it?
Yes.
No.
I doubt you.
Nope.
Well,
So,
think on
why
these sports cars
why
you can
not?
buy.
Count me in.
What the heck?
It's only poo.
I've lived my whole, I've
thing is,
lived my life this long. With 10 million, I can go more.
If there's $10 million in your poo, I don't think it would be very hard to figure out which one that was, because I think $10 million would be a very hard thing to pass.
I guess it depends on what form it's in.
There's not enough.
It depends on whose butt it's coming out of, though.
Yours.
If it's
Your
like
butt.
Riley Reed's, it'd be pretty easy.
King is saying is he would not sift through his, he would sift through someone else's to try to find
There you go.
we all have to find that person in our life who are willing to sift through their poo.
Can I wear gloves?
I've done worse things for money.
That's a good question, Marvel Girl. Can gloves be worn, or do you have to go gloveless to do this?
Okay, Jessica, gloves or no?
Okay, we could answer that.
I mean, look, I'm happy to be one stinky $10 million kind of guy.
Jessica, what you do this
If you're having a bunch of kale and like prune juice, I don't know if I want to be sipping.
Well, there wouldn't be much to sift through. It'd be more wet and soggy, so it would be fine. You just put it through a sieve or something.
You just get a sieve for your toilet like a bidet.
Can I ask a question again? How did it get in the poo?
Magic.
Do I have to
Oyster,
poop it out?
It's an oyster.
Perspective. It's all perspective.
$10 million. That's a lot to pass.
It's a lot to poop out.
Jessica D says yes gloves, but Keela says no gloves. So either or.
Well, and then
Jessica
she says
started it, so it goes with
Right.
Jessica says.
right,
Okay, yes gloves. You're okay then.
and then Jessica
Okay.
says, "Well, the $10 million could be a check." Well, that's all fine and dandy, but then it's a matter of finding a bank.
Don't worry about those smears.
I guess you can mobile scan it,
Sir,
But even
sir,
those
I
have a
blame
limit.
you. I blame you, sir.
Maybe you're eating a lot of carbon and your butt is just under a ton of pressure.
pressure down in there.
That is a strong sphincter, honey.
I,
Oh
I,
my
I, I
God.
mean, I mean,
If you
Tanner
got a
comes
lot of
around and you just get scared.
If you got a lot of pressure in there that's creating diamonds, you got a bigger issue going
You need
on.
to go see a doctor at that point.
Exactly.
If you're
A
pooping out
doctor
money, you
or-
should go to
or-
see a
or-
doctor.
Or a bank.
I totally felt like Chris Farley there when I said that. A lot of pressure.
Why do live streams always go down the toilet at some point? They always go down the toilet at some point.
So,
Literally.
anyway.
Wait, how do we know
No,
this
it's
is not
cash.
happening already?
Jessica says it's cash.
Who's checking their poo to make sure this isn't happening?
That's a good point.
We don't know because now we haven't been checking our poo, so we don't know if we're actually doing that.
Next
Jessica
round,
G,
everybody in the chat.
Jessica G will give you a 5-year study on this. If in 5 years you find $10 million in your poo, we'll also.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There have been times I've been sitting there trying to yell out who does number 2 work for, to try and squeeze one out. You know, it's a hard push.
Sometimes mine feels like it's full of gold, you know?
Oh my God, this is great. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for this.
And to be fair with the banks, they've taken shittier things.
Oh!
God damn it.
I mean, look, if a bank can accept 4 hammers face, they'll accept anything.
Oh no.
I've been banned from every bank.
That's why they take a rectal scan from him.
Instead of First National Bank, First Sphincter Bank. Oh my God.
Hey, Tanner, I think that's a bank that you should start.
Sphincter
it's the
Bank of
second-
America.
That's the second finger Bank of America.
Oh God.
The
Crypto
chocolate starfish
sphincter?
bank.
Second Knuckle Credit Union.
Where did you get the chocolate runs? Does that count? Huh?
Oh, jeez. That
The
just makes it
BM Bank,
easier.
our bowels will move you.
There you go.
So we have 27 people watching. I would like to thank you all for watching.
Talk about
I'm
crap.
not sure why, but I appreciate every one of you.
You are the shittiest of all the.
Right. You know, and then what was I just missed it too? Where God dig it, something about the cash.
Oh,
like how big an ass would you have to have for 10 million cash in your poo? Well, that's the thing. That's why I was saying, like, if it was cash, you would have to know that it's coming out in that particular time, because that would hurt.
You would have to love anal a lot.
That's why I'm thinking more like diamonds or something like that. I mean, that's gonna be rough coming out, you know.
That's where forceps comes in very handy.
But I'm thinking it could be small enough where
Think of the
you know.
paper cuts.
Ooh.
On your
Ooh.
pile.
Scissors
That's a
for
lot of
everyone.
paper cuts.
It just makes me think of one man, one jar. One man,
Or
one
a
cup.
lot
Is
of
that what it's called?
jars, depending on how much you're saving up.
Right.
At least it's paper money. Can you imagine if it came out in coin?
I mean, a lot of countries, you know, the
Coin might
$1
be
to
easier.
$5 amounts are coins. So, you
Now,
know.
all I think about when I hear about, like, with coins is like rabbit turds. You're just hearing ping, 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 ping.
Yeah.
Like you won the lottery
Like a
or a slot
jackpot.
machine.
Oh,
you
a
know,
slot
you're
machine.
right, exactly. I just.
Or like Dennis the Menace. One time I swallowed my allowance and I had to wait a whole day and a half to get it back.
Oh no. How long would you have to be sitting on the toilet to poop out $10 million worth in coins? Like, your legs get numb sitting on the toilet for 10 minutes. Can you imagine how long you have to sit there to poop out $10 million in coins?
What increments are we talking about? Like I think that's
That's
what
$1. Let's hope they're $1.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have those,
I mean,
they have those special
yeah.
toilets at the airport.
If you're out there
Right.
shooting
Right.
pennies, yeah, you're fucked. But
The ones
Speaking of
where they put the
airport,
smugglers on.
Yeah, that they make them sit on until they poop that stuff
Yeah.
out.
Okay,
Speaking
so
of
why are you
airports, though,
swallowing $10,000 worth of bills so you can shit them out anyway? So why did the start of this happen?
It's all
That's
Jessica
a good
G's fault.
fault. Yep.
speaking of airports, though,
Do you
going
have a
through security would suck if
Do
it's
you have
all
a
coins.
genie? You had a
Oh,
genie in your
oh,
stomach that's just
Jesus.
poofing $10,000 in your stomach, or how do we get dollar bills in the stomach all of a sudden?
Right.
Thanks.
Well,
That's what I asked.
here's the thing: is if someone found that out, do you know how quickly there would be like death threats, or not threats, but like people trying to take your life to figure out how they can like get into your stomach
you
or
open.
bowel
No, you would
system,
be
right? To
no.
find out
Somebody
how
would
you do
steal
it.
you. You get kidnapped and you get put in a cage, and they would just like have you bent over constantly and just
Oh God! All
So,
right.
so basically, it's a night at Slim's.
yeah, exactly.
All right, I think
Slim,
we've reached a point in the
The real
conversation where
question
we
is,
need to find a
Slim,
new
how do you
topic.
know this?
Yeah, I agree with Mute here. I think we need to take the conversation in a bit different direction for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not talk about how he knows about my dungeon.
10 minutes
Hey.
on two.
I mean, I've been there, so.
Oh,
All right,
Yeah, most
let's
of
make,
you
let's
have.
make fun of
So
Team for a little bit. Team cannot say antenna. He
No.
would hear. He hears.
he
hears
can't even
the-
whistle, so yeah, I'm not surprised.
Right. He hears the difference between antenna and antenna, but he would still say antenna, antenna, and never say antenna.
Well, we did get him
Antenna,
to
like
pronounce it
Montana.
right.
Right.
Every time we had him slow it down, he would say antenna.
But
And then he'd speed it up and antenna.
And Tanner?
And Tanner.
Inside Tanner?
And
What?
Tanner.
Oh, that's different. That's something.
I almost lost my shit at team.
There you go. You wanted to turn away from poop, and you already brought it back into the conversation.
God damn, hypocrites, boy! I tell you what.
I almost asked
Antenna.
Crafty
Trying to
for one of
close
those
the
Irish
gap.
spuds to throw at him.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, it was like, how long did we spend on that?
Oh, it had
Probably
to
just
be
as long
Too
as we
long.
did on the poop
Twen-
talk
Our
topic,
tw-
right?
20
the
minutes.
answer is too long.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was insane. poor team. Can't get anything right.
It's almost like when we were talking about with the earlier flirps, you know, we would step them through the whole process of how this mathematical thing works, and they would get it all the way up to the end and then fuck it up.
Right.
True. True.
I did
That's because they're
help,
about half retarded, though. So
I did help Irish Demon with some equations that he was working on. I don't think I got them right. I don't think I got them right on purpose.
how did you miss 2 plus 2?
It's 5. Everybody knows
Didn't
this.
carry the
There
one.
you go.
You
2
helped. Yeah. You
2
helped.
plus. I'm just holding up random objects. 2
No, he
is
just
5.
thought 2D meant a good time.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, you taught demon numbers or demon numbers. I called them demon. You taught demon numbers first. The first one, the first letter, number that you want to teach them was 0. And the best way you did that, if correct me if I'm wrong, is you showed him a donut and you said 0, and he finally said 0.
food.
Right, but it took a lot to get him to